So there's two. Williams, are you here with us? I think he keeps going in and out. He's having bad connections. So trading plan, guys. So number one is the rookie. He's learning how to trade. Maybe he's going to get to number two. It's going to take him a year, maybe 2 years. Everybody's teachability index is different, right? Everybody's teachability index is different. Some people learn faster than others. Some people pick it up quick. Some people don't. Usually, I notice like the younger the person, they pick it up faster. The older the person, they take more time because they're fighting old habits. New people, new traders, like young people, they don't have those habits from older people. Like I realize like older people, for example, they have other habits like in regards to like money concepts, in regards to greed, other factors. Younger people, they're like a fresh mind. So you could like mold them faster than an older person, right? Older people, they're gonna have to like be this guy for a while, number two. Because that was me. In reality, I was number two for a while. I didn't want to listen to my mentors. I didn't want to take advice. I'm like, no, I'm gonna figure this out on my own. And I kept busting. I kept brewing accounts. I kept brewing accounts. Brew, multiple accounts, guys. I knew all the foundation. I knew all the strategies. I knew order blocks, LPGs. I had Yomi. I had all these guys teaching me how to trade. But everybody would tell me, Mike, you need a trading plan. But now my greed, I will go put like $5,000 on an FX account and then fucking wait for like one of my mentors to drop a signal and I'll be like, this is it. So I will drop like freaking 10 standards on $3,000 and
Oh no.
I would blow like 1,000 right there off the rip. Boom.
Oh
And then
no.
I would blow that at 1,000 and I'd be like, fuck. Then I will go into like a revenge trade. No, I gotta make that 1,000 back. So I'm gonna drop 20 standards on the next trade. Boom. Now I have $500 left. And that, like, don't ever do that, guys. Trading plan. So back to the trading plan. So number one, rookie. Number two, he's developing the trading plan. He knows a little bit of strategy. Number three, he mastered the math. He has mastered the math. He has a trading plan. So let's talk about trading plan. Everybody with me? Let's go. So let's talk about trading plan. So what's a good trading plan, guys? So based on my current mentorship that I'm in with Rise Academy, they have some professional traders there. Like these guys are $1 million traders. They've been doing it for a while, and they emphasize this a lot. Let me see some. So they emphasize what is it? What is he doing? Okay. So they emphasize this a lot, right? So let's talk about trading plan. Trading plan. What the fuck is that kind of letter? What is that letter? There you go. Trading plan. All right. So what's a good trading plan, guys? A good trading plan. Let's say you have let's start with the 10K account just to make it easy. Well, 5K. Let's do 5K account. So we have a 5K account, right? A 5K account. So you gotta have daily targets. Your daily target is 1%. 1%. Between 0.5%, between 0.5% to 1% a day. That should be your daily targets, right?
That's $250 to $500 daily target.
So a little bit less.
Right?
I think. Hey, go.
Or is it $25 to $50?
So it's between 25 to 50, right? 25 to 50.
Yeah.
So okay, let's put $25 to $50 a day. A day. So this is also key, guys. Like for example, like let's say you're going for a buy, right? You're going for a buy somewhere down here, right? You go for a buy. And you start riding this wave, right? You start riding the wave. See, once you like up, yeah, that's 100 pips. That's a lot. Let's go to a smaller time frame. Actually, let's just stay there. Trading plan. 5K. Okay. So you're going for a buy right here, and you started noticing that it started pulling back, right? So you're going for the buy right here. You caught that wick, and you're up a back. You're already up. You're already up 100 pips, right? You're up 100 pips. What most people fail to do, they have to have also part of the trading plan is trade management. You gotta have good trade management. So if you're going for a buy right here, right? You gotta move your stop loss to break even. Once you're in profit, let's say 10 pips, 10, 20 pips. You move your stop loss to break even, right? You want to let it breathe, right? You want to let it breathe. But as the trade goes up, right? You want to keep trailing it. You want to keep trailing it. Because you could always find a new entry, right? You could always like let the market come back and find a new entry. So you trail it, you trail it.
Are you saying to scale into it with more positions?
Some people scale. Some people do scale. I just rather have one good trade and just trail it, right? Because
Okay.
if you scale it, what if it goes in the wrong direction? You're throwing more money into the market, and you might just lose more money. It's better just.
I think every position that you take would be considered another trade.
Correct. So just trail it. You know, you trail your stop loss, you trail your stop loss, and then when you see it come, make sure you're also taking partials. You take partials as it goes up. Have TPs. You gotta have like a TP1 set, TP1. You gotta have TP1, TP2. You gotta be ready when you gotta have a plan, guys. Just don't go in blindly. Have a plan when you go into a trade. Have like, okay, so my target is the next high. So let's say this could be. I'm in a big time frame. Let me go to a smaller time frame. So let's say this is your first CP. So you went in right there, and you're targeting this high, right? That's CP1. Then the next CP should be the next high over here. So that's your CP2. The next CP should be like at this point, you gotta go to the next high, somewhere over here. So you know those are areas that the market wants to liquidate. So these are all your targets. Your targets are best based on the next high. So as your trade goes up, you trail it. You know, you let it hit TP1, move your stop loss up, take some partials, 30%, 20%. Like ICT teaches that there's different ways to take partials. You could take like 20% at TP1, leave 80% running. Then you go to TP2, take another 20%. So now you leave 60% running and so on, right? You start taking profits the whole way, just in case the market do decide to come back. You ate the whole way. You ate the whole way. Like here, if you got in right here, if you got in over here, the market came back down, actually did a turtle soup, right?
If you took 20% partials, would you need 5 TPs?
That's, yeah, you
for
could do 5
100%?
TPs. You could do 5 TPs, yeah. You could do 5 TPs or so, or ICT also do like, I think he teaches you like different percentages. He'd be like, yo, take 40, leave 60 running. Take 30, leave 70 running. It's up to you. It's up to you. That I will leave it up to you. It doesn't. There's no script for it. You feel me? As long as you the key though is take partials and move stop loss to break even. Like because for example, let's say you're in profit here, right? You're in profit here, but you went in for this buy at this low. So look, you're in profit 30 pips, 40 pips, 50 pips, 80 pips, 115 pips. But what happens sometimes people get greedy. They're like, yo, no, I'm just gonna let it run all the way. I'm a millionaire on this trade. I'm gonna be a millionaire. No, it's not gonna work that way. Look, right here, it did a nice pullback. It liquidated those lows. So the people that got here, and they didn't take no profits, they didn't take no profits, they didn't move startups to break even, and their stop loss got hit. Their stop loss got hit, you know? So in order to avoid your stop loss getting hit, you have to take partials and move stop loss to break even. Because at the end of the day, if you could make between 0.5% and 1% a day, that's all you need, guys. That's all you need. We're talking about 5% a week or 2.5% a week, right? Between those two numbers. If you think about it, 5% a week on a 10K. So 5%, let's do this actually, we're doing the 5K. So 25 times 5, that's an extra 125 bucks you're gonna be having a week. 50 times 5, that's an extra 250 bucks you're gonna be having every week, right? And I understand the numbers are not big, but if you compound it like a month, we're talking about a G a month. A GM1 could pay you the car bill, the light bill, the food, and have some money to save up for the next account, you know? That's what you gotta see it like that. If you're trying to really live off of this, like start paying your bills with it. You're really trying to like live off Forex, pay your bills with it. Pay your food, pay your costs, pay stuff with it, you know? Like just don't think you're gonna be compounding your account to $1 million. You know, like nah. Withdraw, take money, get paid. Cause what all that effort is to get paid, guys. We're here to get paid. You know, we're here to get paid. I used to have that mentality, like, no, I'm just gonna compound my account to $1 million. No, bro, you gotta get paid. Gotta get paid. Cause I will have real good weeks and real bad weeks, you know? So I will be up like 2, 3 G's one week, and I'll be down 2 G's the next week, and I'm like, yo, bro, I didn't take no profit, bro. What?
I think it's a good idea to maybe take your profits and go for a bigger evaluation.
As well too.
You know what I mean? So you can work with more capital. If you can work with more capital, you're closer to being able to live off of it, you know?
That's correct. That's correct.
Hey, Mike, can I ask a question?
Sure, go ahead.
So I know that you guys mostly like do funded and, you know, an averages account, like for someone who can barely get up to like 100, what would be your like best recommendation for someone starting under $100 trading?
All right, so
5K evaluation, brother.
Let's do a trading plan for $100. $100, right? I've seen people turn 100 into thousands, believe it or not. There's in KOT Forex, there's a pair called US 30 Mini. US 30 Mini, that thing pays. US 30 Mini pays if you know how to pay. But let's say you got a same thing, just scale it up. Cause it adds up, bro. Believe it or not, those $3 is gonna be like $3 pays, bro. So what's 1% in 100? Like $1? So $1, and I would say like go for like 3% on 100. And 100 go for like 3% for like, so between 100 per trade, right? So you're gonna go between $1 and $3. It adds up, believe it or not. I've done it before. I built $100 accounts, just doing little. But the key is you have to like get comfortable seeing these numbers, right? Because believe it or not, if you're up $1 and $3, that's already 3% on your account. So if you're able to cash out between $1 and $3 per trade or more, because sometimes you have that you get a sick trade that gives you $8. And what happens to people? They don't take their profit. They want more. They want $10. They want $15. Take your profit. The key at the end of the day, guys, is most dollars to break even. Trade it. If you made $1, $1.50, that's good. $1.50 is really good, guys. On $100, that's really good. Because if you catch 5 trades like that, now you're up between $5 to 15. That's 50% growth in a day. Or you know, like you just gotta start like mastering that trading plan. Even better, $100 is beautiful because this one's gonna even give you more discipline, more control over your emotions. Like don't let the greed factor kick in. People want to turn 100 to 1,000 in a day. That's not gonna work, guys. At the end of the day, we're in a marathon. It's not a race. So you gotta like just take your time, build it up. If you could scale this up. Like if you go, for example, let's go to my FX book. Look, my FX book. Boom.
I'm gonna interject really quick.
Go ahead.
He's saying if you have $100, right, you could trade that and slowly grow it. But what I did is I took $49 and went on my Forex funds and bought a 5K evaluation, past phase 1, past phase 2. Now I have $5,000 of capital to trade. That's what I would do if I were you, but you make your own choices. You know what I mean? It's going to take you a lot longer trading your own money if you don't have a lot. That's kind of the same circumstance that we're all in right now. That's why we're doing funded. Because you can spend,
right?
You know what I mean? You can spend a little bit of money and then pass those evaluations and get a whole lot more.
For me, it's more like trying to understand like these funded accounts, because I really don't know much about funded accounts and the whole 9 yards. That's a good idea, but I'm just looking at what if I actually fail the challenge. So I lose the 49 and
Experience.
What?
If you fail it, when you fail something, it's actually a breakthrough, guys. Like don't look at the failures as losses. Failing is good. Failing is good because you're building a skill set. Like when you go to school, right? When you go study to be an engineer or a doctor, you're paying semesters, you're paying for school, you're paying for the teaching. So think about it like you're investing in your studying, right? You're investing in your growth. If you take L's, I wouldn't be able to speak to you guys the way I speak today if I wouldn't have taken all those L's, you know? And I learned from those lessons. They're lessons. Losses are lessons. At the end of the day, if you blow the account, it was a great experience, bro. You actually, you're like, yo, I lost it, but you gotta see it as a positive. You go and learn, you get some value from it. So don't be afraid to lose, bro. Don't be afraid to lose. Just give it your best, and that's how you're gonna learn. Because at the end of the
Fail
day,
often and fail forward.
yeah, at the end of the day, I blew so much accounts, I lost so much money, but the experience that I gained from it is invaluable. Like there's I kind of put money on that experience.
I'd say if you
So
want to save your money, man, fail demos. Fail demos, man. Don't you know what I mean? Don't keep putting money in because we already know that. I've blown a lot of accounts with my own money, and when I could have just had been trading on a demo until I knew more about it. You know what I mean?
so $100, right? Let's say in a year's time, you were just getting 1% a day on $100. In a year's time, the 100 is going to turn into because there's I think it's like 240 trading days in the year. So you're gonna have like $1,000, and that's just at 1%, you know. But you gotta like build it up little by little. Like the first day, you're gonna make $1. The next day you make $2. The next day you make $3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. You gotta look at it like if you're really trying to compound $100, it's possible. But your target should be.
And then
Go ahead.
what is that 1,000? What is that the next year? You know, 1,000 to
So let's do
365.
3 to 580. 580? No, 40. So like 1,000 in 2 years time. 2 years time, it's already 11 G's, right?
11K, yeah.
11 G's. But the whole time you were developing that discipline. You know, it's all about developing that discipline. You're gonna have some days also. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the L's, guys. So we're hitting this is our target for the day, right? Our target for the day is between 0.5 to 1%, right? But what about if it goes in the opposite direction, right? I also need you guys to understand that that you have to have part of your trading plan is having a plan for your daily loss, right? So if you have a 5K account and you lose $25 or 50, right? This is like that's your max L. If you lose 25 and 50, you should be done trading for the day. You don't trade no more that day. Like you have to stick to that. Like that's the way you're gonna master. That's how you're gonna be number 3, the guy we spoke about. You understand? And I know some people don't want to hear this. You know, they want to get rich quick, but you're gonna go through what I went through, guys. Don't be like me. I'm giving you guys the sauce to have a trading plan. Like this should be your numbers for the day. You know, on $100 between $1 to $3, you know, because it's a small account. But on like once your accounts get bigger, you're building that discipline. So when you have like 50K accounts, 100K accounts, $1 million in funding, you know, it's all leading you up to have the bigger accounts. But you gotta like master this, guys. You really gotta master this. Let's look at this like Ojo. Let's look at Ojo. Like I'm really proud of Ojo. He came a long way. Look, Ojo. Like look, he had a 10K account, right? And like his max L last week was 6%. Look at this one.
Is Ojo king in the chat?
Yeah, that's king.
Okay.
He came a long way. Like that's 0.6%. He also has his own mentorship. I told him to start his own mentorship as well. He has
$100
0.5%.
lifetime, bro.
Yo, like these guys, they're a blessing. These kids, yo,
$100 a life.
they're beasts.
That's a good deal, man.
Look, a standard, he lost 6 pips. Man, those are sniper entries. He closed out. Look, another standard. He's risking a standard, guys. But he lost minus 50. He closed out. Look right here, another standard, minus 50, closed out. Look at this one, 5 standards. But he went down negative 30. He closed it. Look, 1 standard, 30 bucks. He closed it. Look, 5 standards, 26 bucks. He closed it. So that's the key. You could actually over leverage like a motherfucker as long as you close on time. Like, don't hold it too long. Because you could over leverage, guys. If it's like a sniper entry, 1, 2, 3 pip stop loss, sometimes you catch them. Let's look at this. Look, look at this GU. 4 standards. He caught like 137 bucks. Sniper entry. Look at this one. 5 standards. He caught 118 bucks. That's 2 pips. But yo, he cashed out. You feel me? Look on gold. He dropped almost a standard. He made 90 bucks. He closed out. Look at GCAD, a standard. He made 70 bucks. I think this is the one that passed the account right there. Look, 0.6. He made 60. But it's all about like being consistent. Even if you're making 50, 60, all that stuff, guys. Look, he made 400 for the week. 400 for the week. That's a good week on a 10K. That's 4K. He made 4% growth in the week. We really went hard though, because we had like 5 days to go. Let's look at Yomi. Let's look at Yomi. Look, he gives he's another good example. Like, don't be this guy. This guy over here, like, bro, like, I don't know what he was thinking.
Who is that?
I'd rather not disclose the name, but just for learning purposes, let's just look at the mistakes. Look at the mistake he lost. So I believe this is a 100K account, and it's minus 8% in a day. That's really bad, guys. Minus 8% in one day. You don't want to do that. Like, if he should have been done trading as soon as he was negative 1%. Like, that's the rule. What happens to most? The reason you gotta have that rule is because after you take an L, you're not thinking the same, guys. Like, you're not processing the information the same. Your ego gets hurt. You don't know how to take a loss. You're going through emotions, guys. So this
How much percentage does a firm allow you to lose daily?
0.5. I mean 5.
Damn, 5%.
5%.
And then what's the total once they shut you down?
12% is the max on
12?
12, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the reason you only risk between 0.5% and 1%. That should be your max. That's it. If you lose it there, you're done for the week.
What about what I was telling you about? If you did 2% a day with max 8 trades at 0.25% per trade.
I feel like 2% is too much, because let's say you have 5 bad days in a row, you blew your account.
Hey, Mike, quick question. In a case of growing an account, is it that you stick with one lot size when the account is being compounded, or you change your lot size based on the amount that is in your account?
Good question. Good question. So let's say, that's actually a really good question. I'm glad you asked it. So let's say it's based on the amount of pips. So how you going to determine how to determine the lot size? How to determine the lot size? That has to do with the amount of pips you're risking. So let's say you're risking a 5 pip stop loss, 5 pips, right? Because it's a sniper entry, 5 pips. So you gotta, like, for example, let's say you want to risk a 0.5%, right? So you're gonna divide 25 divided by 5, right? 25 divided by 5, how much is that? Like
That's 5.
That's $5.
Yeah, 25 divided by 5 is 5.
So you could actually, in a sniper entry, you could risk a 0.5. You could risk a 0.5. No, and at the a 0.5 and on a 5-pip stop loss. Now let's say you have a bigger stop loss. Let's say you have a 10-pip stop loss. 10-pip stop loss. So on a 10-pip stop loss, you're gonna do the same division. So now you know that you want to risk 0.5%. So you're gonna do 25 divided by 10. What's that, like 250? 25 divided by 10. So you're gonna put in this one, you're risking 0.25. Right? What about if you have a 20-pip stop loss? Right? As long as you do the math, you could have a 30, 50-pip stop loss, guys. So 20 pip. So now you're gonna do 25 divided by 20. Hey Google, what's 25 divided by 20?
25 divided by 20 is 1.25.
So you're risking 0.2, $1.02, right? And as your stop loss gets bigger, your loss size gets smaller, basically, right? And that's how you determine how you're going to risk per trade. That's why, for example, in Real Rise, they always show you, I don't know, have I dropped any Real Rise? They always show you how much is the stop loss. You have to do the math. You have to do the math. Just don't throw random numbers. That's how you blow accounts.
I see. This right here, I never really understood. So I think that would have been one of my main reasons why I lost $10 to $1 in about what, 5 days. Yeah, I kept losing trades for the entire week. Moved from 10 to about $1. Started growing back the account. I'm now at $2.25. So definitely, I never understood this.
Now you got it, right? Now you got it?
Definitely.
Excellent, brother. Like, for example, here, like, look at this guy. They're dropping signals, right? But they let you know how many pips is the stop loss. So you're risking 500 pips on this one. And it depends on the broker too, because US30 depend on the broker. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. So you have to figure out how many pips are you risking? What is each pip worth too, right? So look at this one. They're letting you know, it's a 60 pip stop loss. So if you're risking $100, you gotta divide 100 by 60 and drop accordingly. You gotta drop it accordingly. Just don't do random numbers, guys. Don't be like me. Don't blow accounts. Don't be like me, all right? Now I mastered the trading plan. I'm still working on it because this is gonna help you with your emotions. If you're like an emotional trader, this is what's gonna help you with your emotions, guys. Because when you get the most emotional, when you're risking the most, when you're over leveraging. If your heart rate is going a million freaking things per hour, you're over leveraging. You're over leveraging. If you're anxious, if you're going through so much emotion, you're over leveraging. You feel me? Like if you're like out of place here in your heart, in your mind, that means you're over leveraging. Because you should know if you take a L, you should be okay. I know I'm risking $25. You should be able to live with that. Okay, I lost $25. I'm not worried. But what happens if you start dropping more than you're supposed to? You're gonna start losing 50, 100, 200. You're gonna end up being that one guy we just spoke about. What's his name? I don't know his name. Our friend. Like, yo, he freaking. This is horrible. When I saw this, I'm like, yo, who is this dude? Like, what the like, yo, like this is not professional at all. That is not professional. So let's look at good examples. Look at this example from Yomi. This is Yomi himself last week on his phase 2. He's doing a phase 2. He's taking his time. Look, he's catching here like 3%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 1.5%, 1.5. But he's eating. He's eating.
What
yo.
size account?
He's a 10K. He's a
Okay.
10K. He's a 10K, but he's taking his time. He's taking his time. He's not rushing. Look at the lot size. 0.5, 0.3s, 0.1s. That's look, a sale on gold. That's 13. That's like that's like he caught like that's a lot of pips. That's a lot of pips. Look,
So
a point.
trading is literally the story of the turtle and the hare.
I think so.
You know what I'm talking about? You know the story? This when you were a kid, they taught you about there was a race and the turtle and the rabbit was racing and the rabbit was real fast and then would take breaks and shit and the turtle ended up winning.
Mhm.
Because he was slow and steady wins the race. He just
He
kept
passed.
at it.
He fell asleep under the tree and the turtle passed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And look at his L's. Look at his L's. Like the max L he took was a $20 L. That's we talking about. He lost in a 10K. He lost 0.2%. A 0.2%, guys. That's incredible. Like he has come such a long way. I'm so proud of him too. Like this is incredible for me to watch. I remember when we first started trading, we were trading emotional. We just wanted to be rich right now. But little by little, you know, all those trials and tribulations, my guy has mastered his trading plan. I'm super happy for him. Yo, that's incredible. He only lost, and he made for the week. He made 121. So he made 1.2%. 1.2%. That's good, guys. 120 bucks. Yo, that's bread in Nigeria. How much is 120 bucks go a long way, right? Yo, stick to your trading plan, guys. Trading plan, risk management, and trade management. That's the key. If you guys want to take anything away from this call, trading plan, risk management, and trade management. That's what's gonna get you paid. That's gonna get you to control your emotions. That's what's gonna get you to be disciplined. That's you gotta think about it like a numbers game. Like you gotta know how much if you guys could do like an FX book, and my FX book, and look at your percentages. Like what is my percentage? How much do I lose? How much do I win? You know, like that you could determine, yo, if I take 10 trades, I'm losing 4 trades, I'm losing 5 trades. But even if you're losing 5 trades in a row, so you lose 5 trades in a row, right? At 0.5%, that means you lost only 150 bucks, right? You lost 150 bucks. But then you took 2 trades that gave you 1%. So you made up the 5 losses, plus some more. The key is account preservation, guys. You have to preserve your account. Have a trading plan. Know your daily, like your daily targets. If you hit your target for the day, that's it. You're done for the day. Go enjoy life. Don't trade no more. That's it. You like bro, like these guys, they literally go in the market, they catch one good trade. Yo, I made my 1%. All right, we're done, guys. That's it, goes over. And everybody's like, what? Yeah, goes over, guys. That's it. Go enjoy life. You gotta stick to your trading plan, guys. That's the
What's your RR per trade?
My RR?
Yeah.
It's probably all over the place. I'll be trading like 10 accounts right now. Let's look at it.
Like you risking 1 to 3, 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 2, 1 to 1.
I'm doing it based on what I just told you. We're just doing the math based on this. Like this is my math. I'm basing it on the amount of pips that I'm risking. I don't really care about if I get because I'm cashing out, bro. I'm cashing out. If I see my 0.5, 0.1% hit, I'm done. I'm cashing out, yo. I'm just pressing that button. It's just a finger, bro. It's a finger you gotta press. Like ROI is cool, like trailing, all that stuff. But if I see my 0.5 and my 1%, I'm closing. I'm closing. You know, I'm just pressing that button. Here my mind is telling me no. I'd be like, no, I'm pressing the button right now. You feel me? That's what it takes. It just takes one finger. That's the only action that requires, the only skill for this is your finger. It's a press of a button. Why is it so
What
hard to
I'm
press a
asking you,
button?
what I'm asking you is like, how many trades are you willing to take per day, and how much risk are you wanting to put per trade, and how much return are you wanting to look for at each trade that you're placing to reach your
I'm not basing it, I'm not
5.5%
basing
to 1% a day?
the things. I'm not basing it on the amount of trades. I'm basing it on my daily percentages. If one trade gives me my daily percentage, I'm good. I don't need to trade 30 times a day. As long as if my one trade that I took during London gave me my 0.5%, I'm happy. I'm happy. You gotta learn to be content. You gotta be, that's why I practice, I preach so much. Thank you for my daily bread. You gotta be like, in order for you to get more, you gotta be content with what you're getting right now. Like
But
don't
okay, here's what I'm asking you: are you just wanting to place one trade and get your 0.5 to 1%?
yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you're not looking to place 5 trades to get the same result. You're just
No.
looking for one trade.
I'm doing one trade. Why you over trade? 5 trades is too much. Why you over trading? If with one trade you could make your 0.5. That's it.
Maybe, hopefully.
Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Like what? Because then you have 5 trades and you're managing 5 different trades. It's good. If you're in profit and all of them, it's good. But what if they all go sideways? That means you lost.
Well, if it's all the same percentage, it wouldn't matter anyway. Depends on how many pips, what's the lot size of each trade.
If you have 5 trades, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all 5 trades hit stop loss,
mm-hmm.
that means you lost for the day 2.5%.
That's if you risk 1% per trade or 0.5% per trade. If you break it down with a smaller lot size, you can have more opportunities to make that money with more trades in, but the same percentage. You understand what I'm saying?
You could do that. You could do that. Me personally, I'm gonna stick to what's been working for me, and it's just one good trade during London, one good trade during New York, and that's it.
Like, I'm not saying that your strategy is wrong at all. Not at all. I'm saying it works. You know, you're proving that it works. I'm just saying it's kind of like, you know, with math, you've got multiplication, division, subtraction, addition, algebra, but they all can be used to get to the same number. So if you can find a strategy that works for you, that you're risking the same percent, but you're not risking as much lot size on each trade, then that would allow you to place more trades to get the same result.
You could do that. You could try to do that. I'm gonna stick to just what's being taught to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
My millionaire mentors, they're like, yo, Mike, why you over trading? Why you over leveraging? Just all you need is one good setup. One good setup.
Hey, Mike, one final question for me. In regards to like the profits that you make, right? Do you leave it on the trading account or you take it from the trading account and put it in your broker account?
Pay yourself. Pay yourself. Pay yourself every week. If you had a profitable week, pay yourself. Always pay yourself. That's another rule. Pay yourself. Don't try to combine it to $1 million. Pay yourself.
So do you wait until a week to withdraw, or the same trade you just take it from that?
Every Friday, pay yourself. Treat it like a job. Pay yourself every Friday.
Understood. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Like, you gotta pay yourself. That's key too. We're here to get money. We're not here to like give the money back to the market. You gotta pay yourself, guys. But like what Steve said is cool. Like if you're able to like do like 5 trades at 0.10%, that will work, right? You got 10 setups at 0.10%. Like you divide, so that makes sense. I don't see why not. You could definitely do that, Steve. A point like 5 trades, you distribute it evenly, right? It still adds up to 2.5.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and that's you would have more setups that you can look at least. I wouldn't trade every pair. I think it's a good idea to look at a couple instruments and just focus on those and master those. Don't worry about trading every single, you know what I'm saying? Every single pair, every exotic, oil, and no, fuck all that. I think that's too much.
This is actually really smart though, because if you have multiple setups for the day, you really gotta like, okay, so I'm gonna risk on my first setup, I'm risking 0.10%. Maybe in the next setup, I'll risk 0.20%. It makes sense. I like that. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. You know, because you're actually being really
But you
smart.
do.
You're being really smart. Like I gotta give it to you. That's super smart. Because at the end of
Thanks,
the day,
man.
at the end of the day, you're still risking 25 bucks, but you have 5 setups, 5 different friends. But
Right, you're giving yourself a little bit more of a chance to hit that
that's really smart.
with just
If you
smaller
got 5
lot
setups,
sizes.
yeah, I like that, dude. I really like this.
But
Because
just don't overtrade. Once you hit that target, you're done for the day, and then you just look at the market setup. If you want to keep trading, trade on demo. Don't trade your live. Then just to learn more. If, oh, okay, I was right there. Oh, damn, I was wrong here. And then when it's time to go back to live, you go back to your plan and do not deviate from that plan. Because if you do, we both know we end up blowing the account.
I like
we
this.
don't want
I really like this. I really like that. I like that because what if this trade gives you 3%, the other one maybe hits stop loss, the other one gives you 1%, the other one hits stop loss, the other one gives you 2%.
Yeah.
Overall, you made 3% for the day. Let's say.
Right. And then your profit target was 0.5 to 1. So if you could at least get that out of it, great. I hit my goal. But then you have that opportunity to continue to add up in your percentage, which if you do that every day, you instead of having 5% on the week, you could have like 7.5, 8% on the week.
Yeah, I like it. It's a really good strategy. It's really smart. Actually, really smart because you were able to you got it. You got it, bro. That's a breakthrough right there. Major breakthrough. Good stuff. I like that. I really
Thank
like
you,
that.
bro.
Yeah, man. Let's see what else. What else I got?
But you do think that the 2% per day is too much?
Dude, it's too much. My mentors do not. They're like, yo, Mike, between 0.5% and 1% max.
Okay.
That's it, max. 2%. Think about it. Like 2%. If you have 3 bad days, that's minus 6% already. If you have 3 bad days with 0.5%, that's only 1.5% that you lost.
And that's what I was listening to a podcast while I was at work, a trading podcast, and it was a professional trader talking about that. Like, it's just basic. The more you're risking every day, the faster you're going to get to the higher chance and faster you're going to get to blowing that account. So if you want to stay in the game long term, you need to just learn to risk a little bit. Like I was doing the math on a 200K account with what you're talking about, the 0.5% to 1%. You could still cash out after you pay the firm and save back on your taxes. You'd have about 9,500 for the month. That's plenty to pay your bills and have a little bit left over. You know what I mean? If it costs you 3,500 to pay your bills and everything you need, your car note, your rent, everything, food, gas, hell, you still sitting at like 5 G's that you get to put in the bank or do whatever you want with.
Yes, sir. No, I love it. I love it, bro. I love it. Like, remember, you're developing the discipline for the bigger account size. You're building the discipline. So when you have $1 million in funding, that's what you're developing now. The skill set, you're mastering the emotions, and the best way to master the emotions is just have a trading plan.
Yes, sir. And then I was also thinking too, like if we all got, let's say you max out my Forex funds, and I think there's a 600,000. Right? So you have $600,000 of capital. Well, you take your earnings and you open up like 5K, 10K live accounts, and then you could use a copier on those to help manage other people's funds, and you wouldn't have to worry about your funded account getting closed down.
Yeah, we're rich as fuck at that point.
You get what I'm saying, though? And then you can open up a 5K, 10K for your sister and your cousin and your grandpa and your best friend, and then hey, I'm gonna take 15% like the firm does, and then you get to keep the rest. Make sure you save 30% for taxes.
Yes, sir.
And then that's what I'm saying. You get 15% of that account, and you're blessing them too. They're just sitting back collecting money.
I love it. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be the trading plan. This is what's gonna help us get to that next level. This is what's gonna help us get those major breakthroughs. This is what's gonna help our family, our friends, everybody around us. Like right now, we're sacrificing our time to learn this, but it's gonna be so much worth it once you master this, guys. Like I see my brothers from Nigeria. Those guys don't barely have electricity, barely have food, barely have any infrastructure, and they're making things happen. We shouldn't have an excuse in America. Like we have everything here. We have everything. There's no excuses for us. All we gotta do is master our emotions, master the trading plan, like trade management, and that's what's gonna take us to the next level. Because we got the skills, we got the best mentors in the game in the squad, you know, and we're blessed. We're truly blessed, guys. We are truly blessed to be around such amazing individuals.
Amen. What I plan to do is force myself every day to commit 45 minutes for studying. 45 minutes, that ain't that bad. That's a TV show.
It's not.
You know what I mean? Take that time out that you spent on Netflix and put it into the fucking trading and learn it.
Yo, I don't even watch TV. I don't watch TV.
No, I don't much, not much. I'm always, you know, I'm really trying to dive into this full time.
You live with your girl. I live by myself, so I get to like set my own rules.
You got a little bit more, yeah.
You got
a little bit more.
You know, like if my shorty hits me up right now, I'm gonna go hang out with her. You know.
Yeah. And what I mean, also, like, do you have any animals or anything, or no?
My chameleon died.
Oh damn! I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
No, he's good. He's in heaven.
I mean,
he was a great pet.
See, I got 5 pets. I got 3 dogs, so 2 dogs outside, 1 dog in right now, 2 cats. So and it's just a constant